welcome to Library Connection. I'm Mandy Cantor from the B.B. Comer Memorial Library here in Sylacauga. Before I get started, I want to be sure and thank TV47 and Chris especially for all they do to help us put on our program. Today, we're doing our annual Marble Festival show, and joining me is the Marble Festival chairman, Dr. Ted Spears, excuse me, is joining me today, and we're going to talk about, of course, Marble Festival.
Marvelous.
Yes, thank you for joining me this morning.
We're always thrilled to come on, and you know, as we were talking before, the festival is a week later than it normally is because I wanted to stay away from Holy Week and the Easter season, so we decided to wait afterwards. And you know, the Holy Week, I know that our church is sponsoring noonday ministers like Dr. Mahamba from the church here, Methodist Church here, Tim Teague, Dr. Rick Patrick from your church, Reverend Henry Looney from the Reaching the World Bible Church, and then Father Stephen McWhirter. I couldn't be trying to displace all those people, and that's going on at the First Methodist Church all week, and so we encourage people to come on out and get ready for the Marble Festival after that.
Good. A lot of things going on. That's wonderful. The Marble Festival is going to be April 11th through April the 22nd, and like you said, it's right after Easter. It's actually the Tuesday after Easter, maybe. I'll have to look at my calendar, but it starts pretty soon.
Yeah, if the weather has been like it is, like raining today, so maybe we at least gain some beautiful weather with that. But Monday will be the time that the tents go up down at Central Park across the Bluebell. And we've got two big tents, a small one, and then tents at the entrance where we'll have information. And the people at the library staff, and all of those people have done a great job of having maps of the city, locations to shop, eat, sing, whatever.
Whatever you want to do.
And mainly, but look at Sylacauga as a destination point. And many people come back during the year and visit the tremendous library collection we have of marble.
They do.
And so that makes it something that's very popular, and it makes it important for the townspeople to come out and support us, because we'll be having tours from all over the state coming in, and we certainly have a wonderful program planned for them.
Well, good.
You know, this year we have 35 sculptors.
Oh, goodness,
and,
that's a lot.
We try to hold it to 35 or fewer because we just don't have enough space or enough time to handle that. And what we've developed is a long waiting list of people sculptors who get on the waiting list wanting to come. So if some of them signs up initially can't come, we've got somebody waiting in the wings. And so we're thrilled with the fact, because 15 years ago when we first started, people, from even the Arts Council people from Montgomery asked me, "Do you know any sculptors?" And I knew one, and now we have a list or a reservoir of about 100 sculptors with their names, addresses, emails, and what have you, and they're in and out of here all during the year, and many of them come back and bring their friends and go through the library.
The word travels fast.
It does.
In their
so
world.
We've made progress.
Good. Well, we'll back up just a minute. What is the Marble Festival? What happens? And a sculptor comes from Italy, I know.
Yes. The first concept is that we wanted something that would preserve the sculpting art.
Yes.
And it is an artistic endeavor. The festival is an artistic happening where we invite sculptors from all over the world. Mostly in ours come from all over the Southeast, but we have people from the West Coast and New York State and Kansas and Minnesota and Florida and everywhere else. And this year is no exception. And but we want the people who come. We think that we don't want to draw just people who are interested in cotton candy and carnival rides and bouncy houses, but we want them to join us in preserving the sculpture as an art form. And universally, the lasting thing with history is sculpture, with metal sculpture or the different stone sculpture, but marble more than anything else. The ancient Greeks, the ancient Romans, and everything in between. And Sylacauga was stationed on this particular thing. So we have this agreement with Pietrasanta, which is the area in Italy where the Carrara mines, and that's where Michelangelo did all his carving, the statue of David, and all the beautiful pieces throughout the world come from the Carrara mines. We had an artistic group, Al Head and the State Arts Council carried a group of singers and dancers and musicians to Pietrasanta, and Pietrasanta in turn 15 years ago sent us an outstanding group of sculptors. About 8 or 10 came to Sylacauga and we started sculpting Sylacauga marble. They sent a dance, one of the top ballet groups in Europe, and also one of the leading female vocalists in the opera world came here. So, but we retained only the marble part of it, although we still appreciate the other because the goal for it, I know that Al Head, who was the head of the Arts Council, invited Governor Riley to go with him, Bob Riley. And while they were visiting the Carrara mines, Riley was listening to the speeches everybody was making. He walked up behind the end and said, "You know what? I can't believe you brought me all the way across the ocean to look at marble when, and from my hometown, Ashland, it's only 30 miles to Sylacauga, they got the most beautiful white marble in the world. Why don't you call them and ask them to participate in the exchange?" And well, the governor asked him that. I'm sure the answer was yes, because here we are today. So, well, they called me and we set it up, sat down with Sam Wright. We met with the business leaders of the community and the business operation out at Amia and Emery's and Sylacauga Marble, and all three of them have just been gracious and extremely helpful to us.
That is so nice. We have the purest white marble in the world here and in Pietrasanta, if that's correct. That's what I say on my tours. So
absolutely.
And we share, that's what we share. We have other things that we don't have in common that are different, our language and things like that, but a lot of things that we share. So that's wonderful that we partner with them, kind of,
And we have constant contact with the city of Pietrasanta. Valentina Porger, who is one of the museum and people there who uses her influence in the mayor's office there to get people to come. And we invite a master sculptor from Pietrasanta each year. They stay the full 2 weeks and get to absorb Alabama culture, the beauty of the Sylacauga area, the beauty of Alabama. We try to work in some tours for them to Montgomery or one of our beautiful parks or Birmingham or somewhere, so that when they go back. And then, of course, we send, by way of television and work of Chris and this station and programs like yours, they appear on the television program there in Pietrasanta.
Oh, goodness.
So we're just thrilled to get that kind of exposure. And
Sylacauga's Magic of Marble Festival is coming up April 11th through 22nd. Get ready for the Marble Festival by participating in the Marble Scavenger Hunt. Watch sculptors make breathtaking art daily at Central Park. See the original quarry at Emery's. Take a quarry tour. The Marble Festival is located on North Norton Avenue at Central Park across from Bluebell Creameries. April 11th through April 22nd, downtown Sylacauga, Alabama. The Maxie Veazey Senior Adult Activity Center offers the senior citizens in the Sylacauga and surrounding areas lots of fantastic activities throughout the week. Sewing, ladies bridge, quilting, game-orama, ceramic classes, bingo, travel club, and lots more. It's all at the Maxie Veazey Senior Adult Activity Center located next to the J. Craig Smith Community Center in Sylacauga. Don't spend any more time alone. Get out, make new friends, and have fun.
Amya Inc. is a leading global producer of calcium carbonate and a worldwide distributor of specialty chemicals. Amya has an unwavering commitment to quality and total customer satisfaction through leadership in manufacturing technology, product innovation, application expertise, incomparable service, and an exceptional understanding of our customers' needs. Amya takes pride in continuous direct customer communications to understand their changing needs for new product development and logistical support. Amya Inc. is pleased to have been a part of the Sylacauga and surrounding communities since 1992.
Welcome back to Library Connection. I'm speaking with Dr. Ted Spears. He's the Marble Festival Chairman. We're talking about the Marble Festival in Sylacauga coming up April 11th through the 22nd. And before we talk some more, I want to tell you about something that's going on right now, the Marble Scavenger Hunt. It started on the 24th, I believe. You can pick up forms at the library. I have to look and see where else you can get them, but this is so fun. Jeff Turner from Shoot First Video went around and took pictures of several things made of marble. You may or may not know they're made of marble, but this is a great way to find out. And you're supposed to find them. They're in the Sylacauga area, and write what they are on the back and turn it in. And let's see, turn it in by, I forgot the date. You can read it. There are cash prizes though. First place is $100, second place $50, third place $25. But this is so fun. And I saw Jeff the other day and he said, please encourage people, even if you don't find all 20 places or 20 items, please turn it in. Maybe no one else found all 20 of them either. They're not real easy, but I think they're doable. They're really doable. But this is nice to bring light. There's marble all around us, right under our noses, and we may or may not know it. So please come by and pick up your form and get involved with the Marble Scavenger Hunt. All right, we're talking about Marble Festival. It starts on the 11th. The Italian sculptor will be here that time, right by the 11th. Is that him right there?
Yes, that's a picture of it. Marco Bunos.
Okay.
He's world famous. He works with all the major construction and production people in Pietrasanta as their artistic consultant. He's dealt with all sorts of sculptors coming there and going to the world and making recommendations. I think we're lucky to have someone of this nature. All of them are great, but he has more experience, and he is working with one of the major corporations there in Pietrasanta, and with the influence of their mayor, invited them, and so that helped them approve the trip, and so he will be in here on Tuesday, and we're just looking forward to an exciting 2 weeks.
Right. I really like the way, now he is a master sculptor, I guess I would say that, and he can instruct and teach all the other sculptors, and I think they learn a lot from each other.
They do. One of the interesting things is that each of the master sculptors leaves a piece here that goes into the library, as you well know, with the tours that you conduct. And but at the same time, he's using that as the teaching instrument. In question, and people could talk to him about questions: what's new, what's going on, what sort of models do you use, what is the long-lasting thing, what is the projections for the future, and that attracts people to come in to talk personally to someone who is in the whirlwind called the artistic world, and they can keep up with it better by coming here once a year than worrying about going to Pietrasanta.
Right. And we all cannot go to Italy.
No. But it just works both ways. And then the sculptors do talk to each other. They cherish the time that they have together. And they've enjoyed Sylacauga, being able to walk downtown and the restaurants, and we have an avant-garde reputation among them as being a funky place to visit and to do. And so that helps. It's more than just we're going to close the doors, all the stores on Wednesday and go home. Right. But we're wide open for business, and we've got so many beautiful things to show off, in addition to our sculptor that's in the library. Right. And we do, and we'll keep saying this over and over, we have the best selection of marble sculpture of any place in the state of Alabama. Some might have pieces bigger and more, but we also talk about the Moretti Connection and Geneva Mercer,
Yes.
two famous Alabamians who were internationally introduced and have sculpted in South America and Europe and what have you. And right here in Alabama, we tend to forget that. We have a wonderful place, and Sylacauga was nice enough for Moretti to own a mine, one of the quarry mines here, and to sculpt while he was here. And Geneva Mercer spent her life studying under him and living with his sculpting genius. And just one of those things that we tend to forget, but it's a historical fact.
Right, right. I think all of us in Sylacauga should know all of this. We should know this. And one thing I think is fun too is when the sculptors are all set up at the park across from Bluebell at Central Park. They're sculpting, there's tents and things, they're all there together. It's fun to go watch them. I like going by one day and maybe, you know, they'll tell you what they're going to make, or you see a model there. And then you go back a few days later and see it taking shape. A few days later, see it taking shape. It's fun to see it in progress. So that's always fun.
Oh, that's really one of the most exciting things to me is what's in their head finally winds up in this piece of stone.
Yeah.
And to see them do that is just truly remarkable, but to talk to them and have them explain that, like you say, is just a wonderful thing. And I hope that they will go by and observe them. Be careful, don't get too close to them. We don't want chips to hit anybody in the eye or something.
Lots of equipment
But when they pause, they'll be more than willing to talk to you. As a matter of fact, they'd love to tell their story.
I bet they would. But I know if they're hard at work, they're concentrating, and they've got equipment, dangerous equipment, could be, not dangerous necessarily, but just they need to be very careful. So if you go watch them, just watch and see if they, wait until they pause and see if they can talk with you. But they're also very friendly.
Absolutely.
So nice. That's great.
One of the things that we provide for them is an opportunity to bring at least 5 pieces of sculpture that they've created at home in their workshop. And those are on sale in the high tower room in the library.
Right, the marble sale room, very well attended. Yeah,
and,
a lot of people go there.
Shirley Williams, who is the epitome of a person who will be handling the sales room with her staff from the Arts Council. But she grew up at the quarry.
She did,
and
yes.
Went to school there and
loves it.
Church there, and she has all sorts of stories. So that's an ideal person to help push and it helps these sculptors to know that they have someone there that has lived the experience and will help them. So we got all sorts of things for sale. We don't know what they're bringing. They're just a potpourri of all sorts of things. They do human faces, they do animals, they do plants, they do ideas, mystical things, and things not so mystical.
It's so fun, and you might want to have a piece of Sylacauga marble. I mean, some are, I guess, expensive because of the time that has gone into it, and some are small that you might could purchase. You might could purchase any of them. Just depends on what you're going there to look for. But they have all different range of prices, different range of items. It's always beautiful.
You know, to begin with, we didn't do much, but in the last few years, we sold a lot of pieces. Some around $100, some $1,000, and we sold 1 or 2 pieces $6,000 to $7,000.
Yeah.
And all of the money goes to the sculptor.
Right.
The Marble Festival does not get a cut of anything. And so when they come, though, they're thrilled that the first piece of marble that they get is free. We have a wide variety of items that they can pick from of raw marble. And if they like that, they can buy another piece. But they get the piece free. We furnish them a table to sculpt on. We furnish air, the electricity, the water, the tents, and all that, so that all they have to concentrate on, and they appreciate that. And the only thing we ask is that the piece that you create, send us a picture of the finished product, because some of it is too complicated to finish within a 2-week period.
Sure.
And so they have to take it home with them. And they do, and we find some of the most exciting things. I know that Frank Murphy, in a couple of his that we have in
we
the
have
library,
a couple pieces in the library.
he had to carry all those back with some of them,
Right.
back with them, and I know that that's an exciting sort of thing for our own graduate of Sylacauga High School to be
Yes.
such a talented sculptor. But you know, they'll send us pictures back, and now with the pictures that you can use your phone with and send,
Yes.
it's an easy thing. So this is what it's looking like, and then when they send the finished product, they can either bring it over and we'll display it for them, and some of them will bring it to for the sale room.
Yeah.
And so that is just one of the beautiful things that you can buy a piece of sculpture, you meet the sculptor, and you know that you got a piece of Sylacauga that you can take home with you, and it's a real keeper.
That's great. That's so fun. We're going to pause for another commercial break, and we'll be right back.
The Maxie Veazey Senior Adult Activity Center offers the senior citizens in the Sylacauga and surrounding areas lots of fantastic activities throughout the week. Sewing, ladies bridge, quilting, game-orama, ceramic classes, bingo, travel club, and lots more. It's all at the Maxie Veazey Senior Adult Activity Center located next to the J. Craig Smith Community Center in Sylacauga. Don't spend any more time alone. Get out, make new friends, and have fun.
Coosa Valley Medical Center, one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama, is also Sylacauga's largest employer. Services from the emergency room to surgery to cancer treatment to post-stroke care. You won't believe what's right in your backyard. It's Coosa Valley Medical Center in Sylacauga. So, if you're sick in Alabama, choose one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama. That is Coosa Valley Medical Center.
Sylacauga's Magic of Marble Festival is coming up April 11th through 22nd. Get ready for the Marble Festival by participating in the Marble Scavenger Hunts. Watch sculptors make breathtaking art daily at Central Park. See the original quarry at Emery's. Take a quarry tour. The Marble Festival is located on North Norton Avenue at Central Park across from Bluebell Creameries. April 11th through April 22nd, downtown Sylacauga, Alabama.
Welcome back to Library Connection. Before we get started, I want to say a couple of things. The scavenger hunt forms are available at the library, the museum, and the Chamber of Commerce. And a shout out to Judy Green from the museum. She is wonderful. She's very involved in the scavenger hunt, having the sculptors over, a wonderful place to visit. So.
Absolutely, and it's a great situation for us to have someone of that caliber. And the sculptors enjoy it. She had them in to have lunch last year, and they thoroughly enjoyed touring the museum and talking with her. And so it's becoming a solid relationship, and we're just thrilled to be in that mode whenever we have visitors come to town.
That's great. And I want to say a little shout out for a program I'm doing. I have the library does a sidewalk story where we have pages of a book on business windows. Page 1 is at the library. Page 2, the Lily, Izzy's, you go on down the street. There's a page at the Board of Education and then come back. It's up and down Broadway. This time, I don't have it up yet, but I hope to put it up this week sometime. It's Marble City Fun Facts for Kids. Just a few little facts so children can learn about the Marble Festival also. So few things about Sylacauga Marble. I want them to know where they live and what we have.
That's wonderful.
All right.
And then to have Jeff and Judy working together on that scavenger hunt, and Chris, the ideas that he has, that people need to stay tuned. That's going to be really exciting. And I'm just looking forward to that myself.
That's true. Well, pick up a flyer for the Marble Festival. It tells all the events going on about the Marble Sale Room, Sculpting Daily, library tours, which we do. We love for groups to come in, or small groups, large groups to come in, tell you more about the marble and show the library. Tours at the quarries are close to full, if not full, but they are available. And I know the list of sponsors, we won't list them all. I mean, we can't say them all. There's a whole list here, but I know Omnia, Emrys, and AM3 Stone, the 3 quarries here, have been heavily involved in all of this.
AM3 Stone, and of course this particular quarry is the Sylacauga Quarry, and they have been so wonderful to us. They've provided all of the marble that we needed for the sculpture for the 15 years.
Wonderful.
And that is a great contribution from the Sylacauga Marble Corporation,
And this is a large chunk of stone.
Yes.
A large.
Yeah, it really is expensive, but they have not been hesitant about meeting the things that we need, and I can't thank them enough. So they're really an exciting group to deal with.
Right. And we have groups from all over the state that come to visit.
We do. We have them from the southern part of the state in Escambia County and the Mobile area, Huntsville, Birmingham, Tuscaloosa. We have a regular group that comes out of Tuscaloosa and Montgomery every day, and then Auburn University has a group that comes, and we're constantly filling up the library with people looking and gawking at marble and upstairs in your domain with the children's department. But hey, what we're saying is Sylacauga is a wonderful destination, and we have something of artistic value to show that no one else has.
Right. And while they're here, they eat in our restaurants. They shop a little bit maybe. So it is a wonderful thing for our city.
It's one of those things that if we can become a destination point, that means that we've got great stores and shops, great places for sightseeing, trips to the Appalachian Trail, Pinhoti Trail, the marble galleries and all of that. So, you know, there's always something to do and something that we can be proud of and help make Sylacauga a top cultural and artistic destination.
Right, right. So pick up one of these flyers sometime. You can find them. It's Magic of Marble Festival, April 11th through April 22nd. Please go by the park across from Bluebell and watch them sculpt. Go get you some ice cream too at Bluebell. We appreciate them. And but just come into the library, walk around town, see if you can find some things made of marble. We've got about 30 seconds. Anything you want to say at the end?
Yeah, I'm going to thank you personally while you're on the air for the wonderful job that you've done in promoting the Marble Festival, but more importantly, the way you promote literature and reading and the importance of reading to children. That's more than anything we could ever hope for. As long as you keep it up, if you take your vitamins and stay healthy, and continue that great work, and you do a fantastic job with this show.
Well, thank you. Well, as I sign off, I want to thank you too for all your hard work for our city and especially with the Marble Festival. 15 years.
15 years.
Right. Well, thank you so much for joining me on Library Connection, and come out and enjoy Sylacauga's Magic of Marble Festival.